everybody, welcome back to another Resident Evil style video today. I haven't even had time to have breakfast to see that Capcom released the second trailer just out of the blue for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. You guys already know the drill. After reading the title, I'm going to be breaking down the trailer over some screenshotted images and also giving you my basic thoughts towards the tail end of the video. So let's actually get into the trailer first. The trailer opens with some environmental shots, focusing in a hotel-like section, probably the one that's set in the early bits of the game, with a phone ringing, zooming in on one central door, before cutting to a journal on a table. The next couple shots are Grace and her mom at the hotel that we saw at Gamescom, before we clear cut to a city street with somebody walking through a crowd, being Grace, one-to-one with a concept art piece that we've seen previously. We see Grace arrive at a crime scene, with the officer actually saying, "Oh, you're here to investigate some of these deaths." And I do believe this same officer gets turned into a zombie later on. We see Grace going around the crime scene, even a burnt room that looks like a previous area where her mother died, most likely, considering the fact that it clear cuts to Anessa Ashcroft right after this, with some of the scenes that we see Grace following her mother through the blacked out hotel, which we did see previously at Gamescom, but there is some brand new scenes like Anessa actually hiding something behind a painting, like a file or something, and then we clear cut back to Grace in the modern day, actually seeing that exact same painting, finding the item that her mother hid behind the painting, and then you get a couple other shots, and Grace even raising her gun at a doorway, but then we get a bit of a conversation from the main villain, which I will let it play out itself, and I'll talk about maybe towards the end of the video.
I've been watching you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique.
Also do get some other shots, some type of car arriving at some type of mansion, and also some interior shots as well. Also some shots with the main villain sitting in his chair as well, with some clear cuts between Grace actually in different segments of the game, and also some bits with her and her mother. We also do get some shots from the sanitarium segment that we saw from the demo, so I'll be skipping over most of those. We also get some miscellaneous shots as well, along with the Umbrella logo showing that they are back in the fold, along with other things like enemies that could be in the game as well. Now, getting into my overall thoughts on this second trailer, does it reveal too much? No, I believe it kind of gives us an idea that this is going to be a bit of a mystery. Hooded villain is actually pretty interesting because he does have to have some type of central connection to Grace, what looks like Umbrella, because it does feel like Umbrella is going to be a central part of this game, and with them taking a lot of inspiration from Outbreak and also the original Resident Evil 1, I would hope that this villain is not going to be like Mother Miranda or something like that, especially with all this talk about Grace's destiny and all that. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just, I really hope that this villain could be Oswald D. Spencer or just somebody that's connected to Outbreak and Umbrella to where it actually makes sense. How do I feel about some of the enemies or just some of the looks of things? I'm really excited. I am looking forward to this game, and I really hope that they can get it right. From some of the screenshots, this game is going to look gorgeous, but also incredibly terrifying at the same time. You do get a better look at the hooded figure, and he actually is wearing some type of mask, which is actually pretty interesting because it does remind me of a military mask that in Resident Evil 8 we do kind of see from Chris's Commandos. If this character does have military background, he could be a character that we least expect, especially with how he talks in the trailer, but also how he kills. He does have some type of military training, which I feel like does play a benefactor into his identity. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comments down below. Whether you agree, disagree, or some of your own theories or anything that I missed about the trailer. If you want to, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, and if you didn't and it wasn't for you, change it to a dislike, it's perfectly fine. And if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to keep up with any Resident Evil content or any other content under the sun. Have a good rest of your guys' morning, night, afternoon, or whatever it is for you in the world, and peace out. Bye-bye.